eTalk.
It's really exciting, I have to say.
Joshua Jackson on life, love, and of course, Dawson.
Yeah.
But we're not in Cape Side anymore. Yes, Joshua Jackson is all grown up and taking Hollywood by storm in J.J. Abrams' hit Fringe.
What? My father was Dr. Frankenstein.
It's not all business.
Sure, no problem. That sounds like fun.
The private star opens up only to eTalk about his lady, Diane Kruger.
I can't believe I'm standing next to this girl.
The surprising secret that made him fall in love, and it's not what you think.
That was about the sexiest thing I'd ever heard.
Plus, confessions about his old Dawson's Flame. Then, Josh's labor of love, his emotional new film, 1 Week.
This was very guerrilla filmmaking style, and it was fast and loose at all times.
And the actor's hobby, motorcycles. Who knew? But it wasn't always a smooth ride. His embarrassing moment for all to see.
I was the idiot on the side of the road.
Plus,
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
what's got Josh all riled up? And
Hi, we're the Ducks.
could a Mighty Ducks reunion be next?
There was rumors about it years ago.
Plus, we go mano-a-mano on hockey.
The gold, black, and yellow, ugliest jerseys in hockey.
And good old Timmy Hose.
Cheers. Oh, that's good.
My one-on-one interview with Joshua Jackson. We are Canada's #1 entertainment show.
eTalk begins right now.
Welcome to a special edition of eTalk. I'm Ben Mulrooney. Well, he's got a starring role in the hit show Fringe, a new movie 1 Week, and he's dating one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. Joshua Jackson is one hot star, and only eTalk can take you inside his life in this very candid interview with the normally private actor. He captured the hearts of teens everywhere as the fast-talking, self-deprecating Pacey Witter on Dawson's Creek.
I'm a dangerous man. A lethal weapon. So we're all better off if I just lay here on my couch.
Intelligent storylines, compelling characters. From the good times to the heartbreaks and everything in between, viewers tuned in every week to The Creek.
What? I actually have the possibility of losing my virginity in a high-level fantasy fashion. Older women are attracted to young boys on the verge of manhood, okay? Keeps them feeling young. I read that in Cosmopolitan. Cosmo is my savior.
Who could forget Pacey's scandalous affair with his teacher?
Let's do it. But where should we do? I know. My desk. Our first time should be on my desk. Strip. Hurry up. We don't have much time. Better drop him.
I know what you're doing. You're calling my bluff to see how far I'll take it.
No. I'm deadly serious. Take him off.
Or his first love, Joey Potter, a.k.a. Mrs. Tom Cruise, and his other girlfriend, big city transplant Jennifer Lindley, a.k.a. Michelle Williams. Hard to believe it's only been 5 years since the finale. He's all grown up and back on the small screen in the runaway ratings hit Fringe.
Well, he's the man we're looking to speak with, but due to his current status, you're the only one who can provide us access.
And what possible help could that man be to you? And what is it exactly that you're expecting me to do? Hop on a plane with you back to Massachusetts? I just got here, honey.
I can have you on a return flight here in 4 days, but first...
Let me save you the time. I'd rather stay here in Iraq. That's how much I want to see my father.
Jackson plays the neglected son of a real-life mad scientist. His life gets out of this world crazy after the FBI force him into looking after his mentally fractured father.
They gave him the resources to do whatever work he wanted, which was primarily in an area called fringe science. Things like mind control, teleportation, astral projection, invisibility, genetic mutation, reanimation.
Whoa, excuse me
fertility.
for a sec. What? My father was Dr. Frankenstein.
It's the perfect fit for this sci-fi lover.
Fringe came about. I wasn't really particularly looking to go back and work in television again. But the J.J. Abrams thing, and I'm a sci-fi fan, so that particular opportunity was hard to pass up. So.
Sci-fi fan who got to go to Comic-Con. What was it like to be surrounded by the fanboys?
You have no idea. First off, it's sort of, honestly, I feel like sometimes actors are part of some sort of like government experiment to see how much fatigue you can run on and still speak in full sentences. Because the night that I went to Comic-Con, and I think this maybe should be the only way you should go to Comic-Con, we worked, and this is the same for the whole cast, we worked from like, let's say noon till 4 in the morning, went immediately to the airport, flew to San Diego, worked another full day, to the point that I had been awake for 40 hours by the time the thing was done. And when you're awake for 40 hours, surrounded by Frodos and Boba Fett's and you know, every Star Trek character that you didn't actually know existed, but they can remember from, oh no, I'm from the original series, episode 25. Maybe you didn't see, it was in the second frame cutaway in the third scene of the second act. Okay. It's a totally bizarre experience.
Also keeping him busy, his new film, 1 Week, filmed right here at home in Canada. Written and directed by Michael McGowan, it's the moving story of a young man diagnosed with cancer.
I'm afraid it's not great news.
What would you do if you knew you only had 1 day, or 1 week, or 1 month to live? What lifeboat would you grab onto? What wish would you fulfill?
Josh's character chooses a cross-country road trip on a vintage bike over cancer treatment and hits the road from Toronto to Tofino, BC. The film debuted at the 2008 Toronto Film Festival, winning awards at both the Edmonton and Calgary Film Fests last year.
Shooting this movie was the first time that I've actually done the Trans-Canada, and we didn't quite complete it because we started in Toronto, but getting out to see our country was very satisfying. I mean, obviously it's such a beautiful country, but you travel through so much, and I never really understood the beauty of the prairies until I was on a motorcycle looking at just the expanse of this place. And you come out of the Canadian Shield, and then you've got 1,500 kilometers of flat land, which, coming from a mountain province, I always thought would be a bit boring, but it's actually magnificent. It's awe-inspiring. And then you ride back up into the hills and straight down to the Pacific.
Starring opposite Josh as his fiancée is actress Leanne Balaban.
Samantha became a golf fan just because she knew Ben loved the sport. His fiancée developed an interest even in tape-delayed senior events from the Asian tour. If that's not love, what is?
Best known for her award-winning work in New Waterford Girl and her recent turn opposite Oscar winners Dustin Hoffman and Emma Thompson in Last Chance Harvey.
Dad, for the past few years, Brian's been a really big part of my life.
Salud.
I'm gonna ask him to give me away tomorrow.
Also in the movie, the Tragically Hip's Gord Downey, Joel Plaskett, and M. Griner.
Take it easy. All right. The ground rules of the campfire sing-along clearly state that everyone has to participate.
Honestly, you don't want me to sing.
From stars to Winter Sleep, for recent Polaris Prize winner Patrick Watson, to Sam Roberts, the movie boasts a killer soundtrack of purely Canadian indie talent. There's no road that ain't a hard road to travel on. The amazing cast is just one of the many reasons Josh tells me he will never forget this experience.
For us, when we were shooting this movie, it was all, you know, this was a very guerrilla filmmaking style, and it was fast and loose at all times. So every day was like, okay, we're going to run down here, and we're going to try and shoot this, and then we'll see if we can catch something, and we'll run over here, and it kept it certainly interesting the whole way.
You know, you bring up an excellent point, because we did a little research. And a number of people that you worked with on 1 Week said that you were nothing short of a gentleman, including pushing your bike up a hill after it broke down.
And this is so embarrassing because it's my province, it's BC, and I was like, well, we're gonna go here and it'll be great, it'll be beautiful, we'll shoot this. I ran out of gas.
Okay.
Coming from Mission. And I ran out of gas on the overpass that basically meets back up with the one to go into town. So to say that I was pushing the bike because it broke down, that makes it sound like it's somebody else's fault. But I was the idiot on the side of the road as the whole bus full of crew has to pull over. I'm like, I don't know what happened. It just died. It's the craziest thing.
And he endured a lot more than just running out of gas to get this movie made. Coming up, how Josh met the love of his life. But first, you brought up the bus. Again, we did our research. You sat next to the smelly seat next to the bathroom.
Well, somebody had to do it.
Just how far he went to get the movie made. Don't they know you're not supposed to put Josh in a corner? I mean, this is not...
Nobody puts Josh in a corner?
Nobody puts Josh in a corner.
And if you do put him in a corner, put him in the stinky sewer corner in the back of the bus.